On different aspects, the Chinese political circle, media, and military establishment have been supporting Russia, directly and indirectly, since President Putin invaded Ukraine. But on a specific matter, a report originating from China has debunked Russia's high claims. Chinese military analysts are currently conceding that the Kinzhal missile falls short of Russian assertions, categorizing it as outdated 1980s technology, and highlighting the high probability of interception by American-provided Patriot air defense systems. The translated Chinese analysis, featured in the Diplomat, includes a critical assessment of the weapon that Putin had previously hailed as invincible, coming from experts at China's Ordnance Science and Technology Journal. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how Chinese experts have exposed the Russian Kinzhal hypersonic missile. Let's get started. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted VPN brands worldwide that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte, an industry-leading Big Four auditing firm. NordVPN provides an encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy by preventing external entry to your internet traffic, as well as enabling you to access content that's blocked based on geolocation. Best of all, with one NordVPN account, you can secure up to 6 devices at the same time. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive savings by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. President Vladimir Putin announced the Kh-47M2 Kinzhal, or Dagger, in an annual State of the Nation address in 2018. The Kinzhal was among several latest-generation strategic weapons that Putin said at the time could overcome any U.S. missile defenses. President Putin called it the world's first maneuvering hypersonic weapon. Russia used the Kinzhal missile for the first time in Ukraine in March last year. Combat use of Kinzhal in Ukraine marked the beginning of the hypersonic weapons era. A weapon is designated to be hypersonic if it can travel at speeds beyond Mach 5. There are several methods being applied to make hypersonic platforms, which include scramjet engine, boost glide vehicle, and ALBM, or air-launched ballistic missile. Kinzhal is an ALBM. Kinzhal has a range of approximately 2,000 kilometers, or 1,250 miles, when launched from a MiG-31, but can reach 3,000 kilometers, or around 1,865 miles, when fired from Tu-22 M3 bomber. The Kinzhal goes ballistic seconds after it's been launched from an aircraft, unlike traditional cruise missiles. It reportedly has a top speed of more than 10 times the speed of sound. It has a terrain-matching sensor, as well as an active radar seeker, and is thought to be powered by a solid propellant rocket. It can carry a warhead of 500 kilograms, or around 1,100 pounds. As per Russian claims, Kinzhal is capable of making rapid course corrections, or otherwise flying erratically. This, coupled with the weapon's speed, is supposed to make it almost impossible to track and intercept. After Kinzhal was unveiled, there was mixed reaction from the West. While some Western experts questioned the veracity of the Russian claims on Kinzhal's capabilities, others took the threat posed by the missile very seriously, with few terming it unstoppable. On May 4, 2023, the Kinzhal doubters got validation. According to the Ukrainian Air Force, on that night, an American-manufactured Patriot air defense missile accomplished its first successful interception of Kinzhal. Lieutenant General Mykola Olekshuk, the commander of the Ukrainian Air Force, in a statement posted on the Telegram messaging app, said, "I congratulate the Ukrainian people on a historic event. Yes, we have shot down the unparalleled Kinzhal." 3 high-ranking officials in the United States have confirmed that a Patriot missile successfully shot down the Russian hypersonic Kinzhal missile, providing evidence for the first time that Western missile defense systems can overcome Russia's hypersonic weapons. Russia had dismissed these claims as nothing more than Western propaganda. A report recently released by Acta Armamentari, a notable Chinese military journal, indicates that China itself is skeptical of Russia's assertions regarding the Kinzhal missile. In their assessment, the authors of the article described Kinzhal as outdated 1980s Cold War technology, possibly alluding to its origin as an air-launched variant of the Iskander-M, which commenced development in 1988. They further reject Russian assertions that it represents a contemporary hypersonic weapon, emphasizing that its ability to perform long-distance gliding in the atmosphere falls short. The Chinese report asserts the degree to which it can change its ballistic trajectory cannot be compared with that of a real hypersonic missile, and it seriously lacks the ability to maneuver laterally. Due to this deficiency in maneuverability, the Chinese analysis suggests that reports of Kinzhal's interception are likely accurate. The report adds, the Ukrainian Minister of Defense declared the Ukrainian Air Force successfully shot down a Kinzhal hypersonic missile using the Patriot PAC-3's air defense missile system on May 4, 2023. There is increasing evidence supporting the veracity of what the U.S. and Ukraine assert in this regard. However, the report acknowledges that even though it may not qualify as a modern hypersonic weapon, air-launched ballistic missiles such as Kinzhal can still exert a formidable impact on the battlefield. In keeping with the assessment, Kinzhal can basically be termed as an upgraded air-launched ballistic missile. Many experts have previously pointed out that it is essentially a variant of the ground-launched Iskander-M short-range ballistic missile. Kinzhal's first stage is probably shared with Iskander, and the guidance section is specifically designed for this missile. Air-launched ballistic missiles have a history spanning decades, as evidenced by American initiatives like High Virgo, Bold Onion, and Skybolt, originating in the 1950s. Nevertheless, due to the challenge faced by adversary states in distinguishing between conventional and nuclear-armed ballistic missiles during flight, many nations have opted to refrain from deploying these weapons to avoid the risk of nuclear escalation. Hypersonic weapons are supposed to combine the high speed of traditional ballistic missiles with the maneuverability of a cruise missile. Since Kinzhal has very limited maneuverability, it can't be termed a true hypersonic weapon, unlike how it's touted by Russia.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.